Do you reject the concept of descent with modification?
Well, it depends what it might mean. If descent with modification means, as it meant to Darwin, that the process that created animals, let us say, in the first place, is the same as the process that we observe today, where great-grandparents give birth to grandparents who give birth to children, who give birth to grandchildren and great-grandchildren and so on, that this process of normal reproduction, where like reproduces like with small variations, extended over millions of years, is the creative process that brought animals into existence in the first place. If that's what descent with modification means, then it isn't reflected in the evidence. You see, there certainly is no evidence that a bacterium, by a process like this, gave birth to the insects and the lobsters and the worms and all of those phyla that appear in the Cambrian rocks. So I would say that descent with modification is not true if that's what it means. Now, if it is simply taken to mean that there's a basis for an inference that some mysterious process of development occurred in which one kind of thing grew out of another, well, that maybe is true, or maybe it's a reasonable speculation, but it's so vague that I think it can't be called a scientific theory. So that's just how I'd leave it. How all of this came about is a mystery. It appears that it did not come about through that tiny step by tiny step accumulation of micro changes that is the Darwinian meaning of descent with modification. Beyond that, you know, it's an unsolved mystery. Let's just call it that.